Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Hello, doctors, and welcome to today's podcast. What we're talking about is depositions. There's various things that can come up in depositions. So I want to take up another aspect of deposition that sometimes comes up. And remember, when you're in a deposition, you're there to talk about the patient's injuries. So if somebody's bringing up other things, if a defense attorney is bringing up other things other than the injuries themselves, it's kind of an indicator. It's kind of an indicator that they don't want to talk about the injuries, right? So they can distract you with certain things. So let's say that an attorney brings up, how is your business structured, doctor? He wants to know how your business is structured. How is your business organized? That might be the question. Dr. Kronk, how is your business organized? Or Dr. Kronk, how is your business structured? So I'm assuming, basically, again, when somebody says a question like that, do you actually know what they mean? Because I don't know what they mean. How's your business structured? It's structured well. Well, doctor, how is it structured? It's structured really well. Yes, but how is it structured? I don't know what you mean by how is it structured. How is it? What do you mean? How is it structured? Well, how is it organized? It's really well organized. No, I mean, how is it organized? Legally, how is it organized? Legally, how is my business organized? It's organized legally. So I don't understand your questions. I'm here today to talk about injuries. I was assuming I was here to talk about injuries. I didn't come prepared to talk about my business organization and how it's structured. I mean, basically, I have legal people that structure my business so that it's legally structured, and I have accountants that handle my accounting. And I have a lawyer or accountant or whoever helped you to organize your business entity. And what they do, I pay these professionals because I can't know everything there is to know about everything. So we have legal rudiments and legal compliance in my business, but I pay professionals to do that for me. I wasn't prepared to talk about that today at all. And so you can ask me all the questions you want to, and I certainly could get back to you on those, but I don't have any, I'm not going to sit here and answer questions about things that I really don't understand. And doctors, you don't say that in a weird way, or you don't say that in a goofy way. You basically just say it because it's true. Somebody told you, well, how did you file your taxes last year? Well, I filed them on time. Well, what was your expense to loss ratio? I don't know any of that. Right? I don't know any of that. I have to look at that. I have to have an accountant look at that. So again, this idea of how is your business organized, or how is your business structured? Now, this person could say, hey, are you the only partner in your business? Maybe you have partners. No, I have 3 partners or whatever. Well, how is that organized? Again, I have business professionals that do that for me. It's a great question, but I don't know how to answer your question. I'm not trying to avoid it. I just don't know how to answer it. I mean, today, business structures and entities and compliance with various things are a little bit complicated. So that's why I have professionals that assist us. Is there a particular question that you have? Because I can take it back to my people. But what we were here to do today, was to talk about my patient's injuries themselves. And it meant, doctors, when somebody is trying to distract you, you want to kind of always gently put it back to what you thought you were here to do. I don't see what my business arrangement has to do with this patient's injuries. And you don't get serious about it. In other words, don't get defensive, don't get serious about it. It's just a distractor. And if you get defensive, it's exactly what that attorney probably wants you to do. He wants to have you be defensive, either in depo or in trial, so that you appear like there's something there, like you're hiding something. Doctors, you should have your business is organized properly within the state in which you practice in. And you should have professionals that assist you with that. And so talking about that topic in a deposition, you're just going back and you're just going to say, hey, I certainly can, if you want to supply me with some questions, I can have my accountant or I can have whoever, it needs to be answer those questions. But how's my business organized? Legally. How's it organized? It's highly organized. What's the arrangement? It's a great arrangement. And that's really the only way I could answer those questions. So, sometimes what the, attorney is looking for is they're looking for maybe you're structured not correctly. Okay, but you don't know that. So, and again, you're going to just take it back to the idea of, hey, I thought we were here today to talk about this patient's injuries, my patient's injuries. And remember, when you're talking about your patient's injuries, you're rock solid. I mean, you already know there's only three types of imaging biomarkers that you have for the injuries. You know how the spine is injured. There's only two components parts of a spine, bone and ligament. There's three imaging biomarkers: fracture, excessive motion for the non-disc ligament injuries, and then MRI for the disc injuries. So, and you have all of your documentation and you're rock solid. So when somebody brings up your business organization in a deposition, a lot of times it'll kind of surprise you or it'll shock the doctor. Don't be shocked by it. It's just it's like a distraction strategy to try to get the attention off of the patient's injuries. Do not be distracted by it. Just sit in there and, be proud of the fact that you have your business and it's organized and you've been doing it for a long time and you're really good at what you do. And just, have that be the takeaway. So doctors, on all of my podcasts, what I do is just take a short topic. Usually it's a topic that I've heard either in a consult with a doctor, that I've heard, in our Facebook user group that I have for a program called the Smart Injury Doctors, or feedback that I've had from doctors. I just take that topic and then I kind of blow it up a little bit, give you an idea of how to handle it. And that's what we do on these podcasts. Short, sweet, and right to the point. And if you have any questions, you have any comments, tell me, what's happening in your practice? What makes it hard for you in the injury space? Put those comments down below. Those are the things that I use to create future podcasts. And as always, doctors, I definitely appreciate your attention. I appreciate what you do out there. And I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.